the unexpected victory in the recent Telangana by-election, BJP seems to have got a shot in the arm, and their next target seems to be Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is going to polls in the next 6 months. So Mr. Amit Shah is making a one-day trip to Tamil Nadu today, raising a lot of expectations. Now, what is he going to do there? He is going in an official capacity to inaugurate some water reservoir, which is not at all in his portfolio. But he is mostly going to do some party work and to meet some party functionaries and to explore the possibilities of having an alliance with the AADMK, which seems to be growing stronger day by day. And ADMK government has even taken action against the Tamil Nadu BJP leaders by even arresting them in the recent yatra which they took out. So Amit Shah's mission today, Mission Tamil Nadu, seems to be to do a little bit of firefighting and arm twisting, and also try to see what best they can get out of this alliance. So ADMK itself is a divided house. We will try to exploit the situation is to be seen. In ADMK there are two groups. One group wants E. Palanichami to continue as the Chief Minister, and the another group, which is a stronger group, wants O. Pannirselvam to return as Chief Minister. Their argument is when Jayalalitha was alive, she selected OPS as a Chief Minister for 3 times whenever she had to step aside. But Palanichami, after Jayalalitha's death and after revolt by OPS, Palanichami was put in the saddle by none other than Jayalalitha's close aide, Sashikala. Now that is an interesting situation now, with Sashikala going to be released from Bangalore jail on January 27th. The day before yesterday, she paid up the 10 crore fine which was imposed by the High Court of Karnataka and later upheld by the Supreme Court. This 10 crore fine, she was reluctant to pay it until recently, and it was made clear to her if she doesn't pay the fine now, she will have to spend 1 more year in jail. That is as per Justice Dakuna's judgment. So she reluctantly paid the fine, and even when she paid the fine in one lot, the High Court, the City Civil Court raised an objection and also raised a query how she was able to manage this 10 crore. So hurriedly her lawyers withdrew that deposit, and 2 days later, 2 of her relatives came from Chennai and paid 3 crore, 3.5 crore, like that they pulled up some money and they paid 10 crore deposit, a 10 crore fine. This was, after a lot of arguments, this has been accepted by the City Civil Court, and the permission to release her has been sent to the central jail. But still, even though her lawyers claim that she can be released any day now, the state government is not willing to do that. One reason is they are saying that she was given the jail term by the Supreme Court, and unless the court agrees, they cannot let her off on any good conduct or any other reason. So they have said she will be completing the 4-year jail term on January 27th, and after that only she can be released. So that is on one side, and within Tamil Nadu itself, within the Tamil Nadu cabinet, it is a well-known fact that she has some loyal supporters, like Minister certain Raju from Madurai, and certain other ministers who are loyal to her because she was responsible for them getting not only MLA seat, even ministership during Jayalalitha's reign. So they are called as sleeper cells in Tamil Nadu politics. So what will happen after January 27th, when she comes out of jail, she walks into Chennai? Will these guys rally around her and form a pressure group, or will the party split into two, with O. Pannirselvam and his followers going away and forming their own party? These are all interesting developments which have to be watched. So in this context, Mr. Amit Shah's visit to Tamil Nadu today assumes a lot of importance. And there are also rumors that he was planning to go and meet Rajinikanth, who still commands a sizable number of vote bank, though not a kind of a big force as he was earlier. But now the latest reports say that he is not going to Poyas Garden to meet Rajinikanth, but Rajinikanth might come to his hotel where he is staying overnight and meet him. So a lot of ifs and buts are on in Tamil Nadu politics, and it will be worthwhile to see what will happen once Shashikala comes out. Because it all said and done, she still commands quite a lot of supporters among the AIDMK party cadre. Because many of them have benefited during her Jayalalitha's rule, courtesy Jayalalitha. Though she has had them under her control, they are many of them are indebted to her for getting a lot of party posts and benefiting in various other ways. So what will happen if she once she comes out is I think at least some in my reading at least some 30 to 40% of the party cadre will go after her, go with her. But there is also a small rider that she cannot contest elections for another 6 years. So she will not contest the election. Probably she will be a kind of a driving force, or she will control the party with a remote control. So interesting things are on the anvil in Tamil Nadu. Let us see what happens.